how the talk is so appealing. You heartbroken, contemplating about. I free that, free that.
Starting at 7, number 24, Walker Kessler.
I'm just saying, I make this in 2 days.
It is evident.
Happy Halloween and welcome to a spooky screening of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here's hoping all your trick-or-treaters come at halftime. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for San Antonio. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Chris Paul. And it's Champagnie at the shooting guard position. And for the Jazz, George out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then it's Williams. And it's Filipowski in at the 3. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
And stolen by Williams. And here's the fast break. He goes up, and Williams punches it home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter, I hear, too.
Good-looking guy.
Now here's Paul. Outside for Wembanyama. Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. Paul against George. Takes a 3. Connects from downtown.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Pass to Barnes. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Out to the right wing. Here's Filipowski. He's guarded by Barnes. 6 to shoot. Back to George. Launches it. Sohan with a rebound. Paul with it. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Outside Wembanyama. Back to Paul. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, George with a steal. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Here's Filipowski. He's guarded by Barnes. Pass to George. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. The shot by Filipowski, no good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Paul. And he's knocked off course by the D. So the foul is called, and he'll shoot free throws.
If you're a head coach, you love having a guy like Chris Paul around. He's a coach on the floor for you and helps keep everyone accountable.
And it's tied up with that one. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
The Jazz have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to George. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Champagny. The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy, and when I brought up Chris Paul, Coach marveled at his leadership, saying he's a heck of a player and a natural-born leader. Few players in the history of the game have been able to command an offense and a locker room the way that CP has throughout his career. Coach has nothing but respect for the future Hall of Famer. B.A.?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's George. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Williams passes to George. Now here's Kessler. Shoots over Paul. And there's Kessler on the assist by George.
Well, you want Kessler involved in the offense. That's the kind of shot you're looking for.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Barnes. Right through the D for the layup. Barnes has got his second basket of the game. Utah's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Champagny. He's covered by Clarkson. Paul passes to Champagny. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Barnes. Gets the 3 to fall. Barnes has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. Number 1, the Jazz.
And it was just great watching them be so assertive on the offensive glass. This is a team that trusted in their ability to keep possessions alive last season.
Here's George. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. This one for 3. The Jazz again can't hit.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Sohan. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, in game 2 of the back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot, but you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Sexton's checked in for Utah. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Sexton looking around to halt the run. Here's Filipowski. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, everything Johnson does on the court, he does with force.
Clarkson outside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
Now here's Clarkson. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Sacramento. Johnson against Clarkson. Johnson inside. Back to Wembanyama. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Clarkson outside. Paul against George. Kessler, a screen on Paul. George for 3. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
A lot of confidence from George shooting a 3 early in his career.
Paul against George. Outside Johnson. Wembanyama, screen on Clarkson. Tipped, stolen by Kessler. And here comes the break. Clarkson passes to Filipowski. Pass to George. And here's Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Kessler a screen. Lets the three fly. Sexton misses. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 5-point game. From deep, Wembanyama. Sexton grabs the board. Utah has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Pass to Clarkson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
San Antonio leading by 3. Paul passes to Sohan. Outside Paul. Lets it fly. And Sohan gets it to go. Sohan's got 7 points.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For San Antonio, Collins, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Mamukelashvili comes in for Sohan. And Castle subbed in for Champagny. Outside Sexton. It's tipped. Pass to George. Collins with it. Outside Sexton. Clock at 4. Over Castle. And another miss by Utah.
When the defense is playing awfully like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Jazz trail by 5. From 13, pass to Sensabaugh. Out of bounds, it'll be Spurs ball.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Spurs lead by 5.
I see him.
Outside Paul. Here's Castle. Checked by Sexton. 14 feet away. And the basket by Castle.
And good to see Castle capitalizing from the mid-range. He knows he needs to keep hitting these shots.
Collins with a screen on Paul. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Collins. And that one no good to start off tonight.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Outside Johnson. Paul against George. Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Spurs need to get one up here. From deep, Johnson. Rebound, Utah. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
And missed free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they missed. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Well, in terms of bucket getters, guys who just fill it up, Colin Sexton is up there. He's just excellent scoring the ball.
Jazz trail by 6. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Paul. Here's George. And that one hits the back iron.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Barnes. For 3, it's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's Eubanks. He's scoreless. Pass to George. Collins against Barnes. Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
Come on, guys. Check out the tenacity. There's no back down in this fellow whatsoever.
Collins outside. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Barnes. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Collins.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Pass to George. Over Paul. Paul with some nice D.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Again, the miss by Barnes. Now Williams. Back to George. The three. A big-time effort for Harrison Barnes, providing a lot of energy for the Spurs. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Jazz trail by 7. We've got John Collins, Colin Sexton out there with Patrick Mills. And it's Williams, and it's Eubanks in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Sexton. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And it's Collins off the drive.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Williams finds Sexton. From downtown. Barnes with the rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Barnes. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Sinks it from distance. Barnes has got 13.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's Sexton. Outside Mills. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Mills has got his first points of the game. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Stolen. Ooh, poked away. The 3 from Barnes. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Mills. Oh, he tries a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover. The way he's able to mix up popping and rolling, the defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. The Spurs making a switch here. Mamukelashvili's checked in. Jazz trail by 10. Outside Sexton. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Utah with a three.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Driving inside. Here's Castle. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Utah making a switch here. Sensaball's checked in. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Collins checked in. Now here's Mills. Pass to Sensaball. Goes up on the wing. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. That's on Colin Sexton. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the bucket by Utah. Here's Mamukelashvili, stolen by Collins. Outside Mills. And here they come. Castle for three. They get it again. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Mills, the pass to Collins. Outside Sexton. Crafty move. Second shot opportunity, and the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
Here's Castle. He's got 5. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession for the Jazz. Kessler, he's checked in for Eubanks, and Clarkson subbed in for Mills. Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Sohan comes in for Mamukelashvili. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Castle. Clock at 6. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Now here's Sexton. 9 points in the game. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Sexton against Johnson. Here's Branham. Drills it from deep. Branham's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to talk it over with his guys. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. The Jazz, 3rd.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Here's Sexton. Clarkson, left side. Shoots from 14. Count that bucket.
Yeah, the mid-range is the sweet spot for Clarkson. He does a lot of damage from there.
Pass to Johnson. Releases. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, it's Wemby.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Clarkson's got room. San Antonio with a rebound. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Sexton. Sohan, right side. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
So good at keeping his balance through contact. Sohan showing some poise right there.
Pass to Filipowski. Back to George. Clarkson with the ball. Launches a 3. And it's Clarkson again missing. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 14-6 run. Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
Here's Champagnie. Back to Sohan. There's a screen by Johnson. The shot by Sohan, no good. Jazz trail by 15. Pass to Clarkson from behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good execution there. Clarkson smooth off the catch.
Wembanyama, screen on George. Paul for 3. He's off on that one. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Champagnie, the pass to Paul. To the wing on the left. Wembanyama down low. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
And how about the rebounding, too? He was just all over the glass, and the other team had no answers for how to contain him.
Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree, Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA coach.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Sohan. Right side Barnes. 4-3. Counted from distance. Barnes has got 19 points.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Here's Clarkson. He's got 7. Here's Champagnie. The 3 from Barnes. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Clarkson outside to the inside. Here's Filipowski. They can't stop the run with that one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Sohan outside. Wembanyama down low.
2 minutes remaining.
Soft touch off the glass. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Back to George. 1:43 left in the first half of this game. Kessler, and finished off by Kessler.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
Paul against George. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 20. Pass to Filipowski. Fires the three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sohan outside. Wembanyama screen. Unloads. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Sohan's got 11. 1 minute left to play in the first half. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Clarkson. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Sohan. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. He's got 13.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
George scanning the floor. Kessler, a screen on Paul. George for three. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, running the pick and roll like a veteran. Outstanding patience and recognition by George there.
Paul shot is off. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. The shot off that time. And so it's San Antonio. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich. And, Coach, you look at the offensive execution for this team. What are you seeing?
I think they've done a pretty good job in moving the basketball, keeping up the pace, because we've been playing in mud a little bit lately, but the pace has been pretty good.
Hopefully that pace continues in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
When I look at San Antonio, this is when it starts to get real. You're past the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the San Antonio Spurs.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be. Physicality and determination are a winning recipe, Ernie.
Yeah, the rebound margin really does tell the story here. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Hey, we've seen Harrison Barnes really having a great game.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's George. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. Barnes and Sohan, your small and power forwards. Then there's Chris Paul. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at 2-guard.
And just muscling it in, George, very aggressive.
Sohan outside. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists now in this one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
The 3, George. Rebound by San Antonio. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. Outside Paul. Wembanyama, screen on George. Paul can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 21. Pass to Clarkson. Again, Utah.
Comfortable scoring at anywhere on the floor. Jordan Clarkson is instant offense.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. You look at Wembanyama, such great timing and instincts. He's the best shot blocker in the league right now. And of course, Walker Kessler, this guy's a tremendous rim protector.
The way these two guys patrol the floor, it's impressive. It changes how the offense attacks, especially inside.
Here's Paul, the Jazz making their last shot. Wembanyama down low, Kessler on him. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Kessler.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And he's good on the second. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Now here's Sohan. 15 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Filipowski. He's guarded by Barnes. Williams passes to George. Nails it from beyond the arc. George has got 14.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Outside Barnes. Wembanyama screen. Barnes, it's good. Barnes has got 25 points in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Williams misses. San Antonio leading by 20. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Paul looking over the floor. Clock at 6. Wembanyama finds Barnes. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Here's Filipowski. He's guarded by Barnes. George against Paul. Now here's George. Defense right on him. And the shot goes down. 16 points for him. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a superstar, and now it's about surrounding him with the right guys. Well, this is Clarkson's role. He looks to score in a multitude of ways.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Utah grabs the miss. Clarkson outside. George outside. Right wing. Kessler passes to Filipowski. Here's George. Rebound by San Antonio. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the left wing. Pass to Paul. Now here's Sohan. Williams defending. Shoots. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Barnes feeling it out a bit. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Pass to Filipowski. From deep. Sohan with a rebound. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Champagny. Outside Barnes. Sohan outside. To snap the cold streak. Drained it for 2 points. Sohan's got 17 points.
And this is what you like seeing. Sohan looking confident shooting from the mid-range.
Pass to Williams. Clarkson outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Filipowski. Here's George. Barnes with the rebound. Now Paul. Let's go with a 3. The shot won't fall.
And his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
Williams a screen on Barnes. Here's Filipowski. George outside. And it's good from the elbow. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Outside Barnes. Wembanyama screen. Barnes, and that's good. Barnes has got 8 here in this quarter.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his 2nd in this half.
Inside. It's stolen by Barnes. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Tries again. Here's a 3 from Paul. And San Antonio hits again from deep. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Spurs?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Now here's Sohan. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Here's Wembanyama. And the layup is good off the glass. Wembanyama's got 11 points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Clarkson for 3. And it's Clarkson again missing.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
We'll stand former second-round pick Jordan Clarkson. He's averaged double-digit scoring every season.
Yeah, Brian, he's done it primarily as a sixth man. He actually already ranks among the top 10 in all-time points scored off the bench, and he's still moving up the ladder.
It is interesting that he prefers to come off the bench.
Yes, some guys do.
Now here's George. 18 points for him, and it's in there.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
George against Paul. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Wembanyama's got 5 points now this quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Filipowski. He's guarded by Barnes. Outside, Williams. Here's Clarkson. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Down low. Deflects the pass. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Here's Kessler. Rebound by San Antonio. Barnes has got rebound number 8 now. There's the drive. Here's Sohan. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Now here's Kessler. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Up the floor. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Williams. Will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now here's Mills. Collins left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collins has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, once he gets a step to the rim like that, it's going to take more of a defensive effort to force the miss.
Wembanyama against Collins. The jump hook. Wembanyama, no good. Utah's gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the 3rd quarter. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Good on the bucket. Sexton's got 11 points.
A dynamic scorer. Sexton will absolutely take the mid-range J if you give it to him.
Now here's Johnson. Wembanyama, screen on Williams. Johnson for 3. A big-time effort for Harrison Barnes, providing a lot of energy for the Spurs. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Everybody got to rotate, rebound, it's pace going back. It's attack, attack, attack. That's all it is.
And Greg Popovich keeping it simple. Be aggressive.
He knows this game so well. When they control the momentum and the pace, they're much harder to beat.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Drew Eubanks, Patrick Mills out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's John Collins, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Utah with the ball. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Eubanks, the pass to Mills. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sexton. And the Jazz tack on 2 more. The Spurs shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. And Collins with the slam.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Sexton with it. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Here's Sensabaugh. To the wing, right side. Cuts off the pass. Here's Castle. Pass to Johnson. Collins a screen. Shot on the wing. The shot by Johnson, no good.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Collins with a screen on Collins. Here's Sexton. And he converts the layup.
Looks like he's shooting with a lot more confidence here in the second half.
San Antonio leading by 22. Pass to Branham. Fires the 3. Pure from 3-point range. Branham's got 5 points now this quarter.
What focus from Branham at the arc. He really wants to be as efficient as possible from that.
The 3 from Sexton. Rebound by San Antonio. Mamukelashvili's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Branham. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now here's Mills. The shot by Eubanks, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Johnson passes to Mamukelashvili. Here's Branham. From outside, off the mark. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Outside Mills. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
Here's Sensabaugh. And here's Mills. Here's Collins. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Branham. Pass to Collins. Collins drawing the double team. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Mamukelashvili passes to Johnson. Clock at 6. Branham. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Utah has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Sexton misses. The Spurs have gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. Here's Castle. He's guarded by Mills. Pass to Collins. Oh, deflected. Here's Branham. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, I love physical guards like Branham. Playing hard down low.
Right side, Sexton. That one goes in. Sexton's got 11 in the second half.
So wide open there. He said, why not? That's like a warm-up shot for him.
Pass to Castle. They set the pick to the paint. Outside Mills. Left side Sexton. Here's Sensabaugh. Now Eubanks. Shot clock at 6. Now Mills. Here's Castle. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Offline with a 3. Here's Sensabaugh. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, BA. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Here's Castle. Shoots over Mills, and the basket by Castle. Sexton with it. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one's on Zach Collins.
Well, these coaches can't be happy they fouled Sexton. He's a good foul shooter.
And a new group getting ready for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Eubanks. Filipowski comes in for John Collins. Clarkson's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Mills. And San Antonio with a change here too. Bassey, he's checked in for Collins. Johnson with a bucket.
I love the confidence from Johnson. I want to see him continue taking these types of shots.
Pass to Filipowski. George outside. 5 to shoot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
Williams is checked in for Sexton. Collins, he's checked in for San Antonio. Ingram comes in for Mamukelashvili.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Inside. Here's Kessler. Rebound San Antonio. Outside Johnson. Pass to Ingram. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, BA, a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up. A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Now here's Collins over Kessler. And once again off the mark by San Antonio. Filipowski, the pass to Clarkson. The floater, and he gets it to go.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
The Spurs shooting 41% here in the fourth. Here's Castle. Shoots over George, and he can't bank that one in.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
That one no good. Well, the Spurs shooting pretty well at 45%. Johnson on the wing. Pass to Branham. Back to Johnson. To win the drought. Knocks down the long J. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
Clarkson with the ball. George outside. Pass to Filipowski. He shoots it. Rebounded by Ingram. San Antonio has gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth. Stan, as a coach and now a broadcaster, you've gotten to visit all the great cities the NBA has to offer. Can you give us a favorite?
So, Brian, you're going to try to get me in trouble here. I'm going to give you one city and offend 29 other fan bases. Not a chance. I love all the NBA cities.
Not like you not to take a stance. Now, here's Williams. Clarkson, left side. He can't hit that time.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
41 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Castle. Down low. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Stan, when you talk to others about Keldon Johnson, one of the things you hear is that he's a natural leader.
Yeah, Brian, look, the intangibles with him are off the charts. This is a guy that got on the United States national team because of the kind of person and player he is. He leads by example every day.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George against Jones. George passes to Clarkson. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Here's Castle. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our